I mean, I just had to rush back to the conversation because I was already enjoying it so much.
Yeah.
And here we go again. So last, I remember we were discussing your Instagram names. She's just Ivy, and she is Miss Tiramisu. I want to know where that name came from. What's the story behind it?
First, I don't like dessert, but I like tiramisu. And I like the fact that it's sweet, but with a bit of a kick.
Right.
Yeah, because I like to think that's how I am.
I was just going to say, that's your personality. That's her, right?
Yeah, it is her. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
100% her.
Somewhere there at the back, just a bit of a small kick.
Interesting. So today, interestingly, it's International Men's Day.
Yes.
Right? So there's no ways that we can continue the show without wishing the men in our lives. So who's going to go first? I think Shiki should go first.
It's also World Toilet Day.
Oh, you went there.
We'll go with the International Men's Day. We're keeping it clean.
Yeah. Wow. Obviously, I would start with the main man in my life. Yeah, my partner. And God, every other man who is just doing his best to be a good person. Yeah, because I think we've all experienced both sides of the coin. So my wishes go to the ones who are actually doing their best.
I love that message. Ivy.
Hi, Dad. He's probably asleep, but definitely Dad. My younger brother, Miles, is amazing. The father of my children. Leon, uncle to my kids. And as Shiko has said, all the men here on set, very late at night working. So every man who's doing their best to be a good man. Happy International Men's Day. We don't celebrate them enough.
We really don't
celebrate them enough.
Like, which is why today we need to make sure that we're celebrating them. 100%. Right?
Yeah.
So, Ivy, we spoke about your content creation journey and how you transitioned from being a full-time job to actually being a full-time content creator, which you said it was difficult, need a lot of hard work, consistency. And did you ever feel you should have done it sooner?
Yes. I had actually wanted to quit my job 2 years ahead, and I wanted to quit my job to actually pursue and follow up on over 25, because I always used to think we are sleeping on a giant. But then I made the mistake of sharing that vision with the wrong people, and they discouraged me. And you see, at that time, even what we're doing as over 25 was very, very new. People didn't understand that you can actually make good enough money to turn this into a career. And the thing about also influencing that people don't understand, it's a stepping stone to bigger things. You can now have your own merchandise, you can have your own company, you can build your own social media platform, stuff like that. So I did want to quit a long time ago, but looking back, because I was in marketing and I was in marketing strategy, digital marketing, I feel like the time I spent in employment trained me and prepared me for this. So the 10,000 hours I've served in marketing have built me to be the influencer I am today.
Amazing, amazing. So, at the end of the day, it has actually kind of developed your skills, so to speak, right? And what about you, Shiki? You are a mother of 2 beautiful children, and you are a content creator, and I see you're always out and about posting about fitness as well. She went to the gym this morning. Her husband killed her. Her legs probably right now hurting. I don't know how she's wearing heels, but this is what you call being a boss lady and a woman at the end of the day who can do it all. So Shiki, I don't know why I feel like you are, both of you actually, but you're such a superwoman. How do you do it all?
That she is, definitely.
Thank you so much. I'm still in the transition that Ivy was talking about. I recently left my 9 to 5, trying to navigate this other side. God, it is so hard. It's so hard. Ivy is the one who's always encouraging me. She's telling me, I was where you are. It'll balance out. But generally, I usually say that I count the facets of my life. I think I count them as 4 different facets, which is career, then there is motherhood, then there is my relationship, and then there is myself. I used to count them as 3, but now I added myself was not one of them. I never used to look at myself as an entity. But at any one time, I feel like there's always one that is kind of struggling. There's always one that suffers a little bit. And I've just come to terms with that. So I try and do my best, and every now and then try and pick up the one that is suffering. Because I don't know, I'm sure there are people who say you can do it all, you can have it all. I'm not too sure. Like I feel like you need to work at all the different facets, but at any one point I feel there's at least one that will not be doing as well as the others. And that realization has really helped me to not feel too bad about the one that is being left behind a little. It just means you need to pick that one up a bit, and then the one that's doing really well, maybe just leave it just a bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I love that piece of advice. Ivy, I want to talk to you about Money Monday. Is that Money Monday?
Yes, it is.
I said it right? Yeah.
Congratulations.
So I remember, you know, before it blew up to what it is today, just by the way, if you don't know, so Ivy has a segment every Monday on her Instagram where she talks about money matters, and she gives people advice, and of course people share their experiences about different topics to do with handling your money better, and of course all things business, which I think is so informative. It's just something that I really learned from, and it's educated me, and I think I know a lot of people share my sentiments as well, so to speak, because it's just so beautiful to see that you can learn on Instagram, right? In Kenya as well, because you know we see these international influencers doing this thing where they educate people and you learn so much. But here in Kenya, I think you're one of the first who's actually taken an initiative and really just banked on it 100% and made it your thing. So when it first made you get these thousands of followers, what was your reaction?
I remember my personal assistant at the time, who was actually a man. Happy International Men's Day, Papa, wherever you are. He would call me every hour, and he was like, are those 1,000 followers? Is that another 1,000 followers? Like, Ivy, what is happening? My heart was beating. I'm like, have I gone viral? Is this what is happening? I couldn't believe it.
This is what it means to go viral.
Is this it? And guys are sending me tweets and screenshots, and I got like, I think over 1,000 story reshares and stuff like that. And I remember the topic was, I remember that day I was feeling down. I'm like, guys, today I want to be inspired. You know how people say there's no money in Kenya, but there's truly people who are making money. Tell me how much money you make and what it is that you do. And the best thing is, people that I know personally were also contributing. So it made it even more credible for me and that's when I realized people don't talk about money openly enough. We don't. Especially in Africa, especially as women. Yes. We don't. So I was like, wow. People can do this, and they can do this on Instagram. And the reason I did it on Instagram is because it is my favorite platform, but I wasn't getting the information I wanted from there, because remember, I'm quitting my job, and in fact, actually before I quit my job, I was thinking of quitting my job, and people are not discussing the things I want to know on Instagram. So I'm like, I'm going to start. I'm going to start something. I did not plan it. I don't know.
You didn't
I was
see
lucky.
it coming.
I did not see it coming. It was a bust. So I gained 10,000 followers that night. It was amazing.
That's amazing.
I think it's because she did something that, like you said, it's not Kenyan. It's not a thing that we talk about money
very openly.
And I think people just like the idea of being able to share
anonymously.
I mean, it's just taken me back as well, because I remember watching the stories, and I was just like, my reaction the whole time was, what? Is this possible? Are we in the same country?
Yes.
Is this Kenya, the Kenya that I am in? Like, are we really doing this? It was amazing. It was amazing. And kudos to you, for keeping it up. I know it takes a lot of effort and energy to keep it up, come up with constant discussions and different topics and tackle it from different angles. It's a lot of work. By the way, in case you thought content creation was easy, these two are living examples of it not being easy. It's a lot of consistency, hard work, and the works at the end of the day. Yes, and long days. I remember someone told me that when I quit my job from 9 to 5, I thought I'd have a life, but now I'm working 24 hours a day. As content creators.
But it's a better struggle. It's a struggle I'd rather pick. I'd rather see, look where we are on a Friday night at 10 p.m. talking to Shikisha. This is a struggle I'd pick. I think I'd be writing some report about, I don't know, some activation at a supermarket. I'm like, nah, I think this is a better struggle. So when I think it's true what they say, when you really enjoy what it is that you're doing, you don't work a day in your life. But also we have learned to normalize rest. Working 24 hours a day is not, even though you enjoy it, it's not a good thing. It's not a good thing. Thing. So sometimes you should switch off.
Absolutely, 100%. I agree to that. And I think it's just something that we really never focus on. rest, especially as Kenyans. We're always like, no, there's no time to rest. We rest when we're dead. That's not true. Never ever true. It should never be true. Shiki, tell me about your relationship with Shiv. You guys are couple goals. Like we've seen it everywhere. Hashtag couple goals are them. They always share the throwback pictures on Instagram. I love those.
It's our favorite thing to do.
It just shows me your journey and your consistency in your relationship and how beautiful it is to see two friends come together. You were friends before, and then now to who you are, mom and dad, husband and wife. It's just amazing. So what is it that you think has made it work this long?
Wow. I think first of all, we are just a good match.
Okay.
That's the first thing, and then we've had 11 years of practice when it comes to trying to get to know each other.
Wow.
Learning to be together. We moved in when we had our first child. So I think we're so busy with the child and trying to figure out being together 24/7 that I don't know, maybe there was just no time to bicker.
Okay.
We were busy. Aside from that, I think a lot of it is just we've had good practice being together, and I think we also just enjoy each other.
That's amazing.
I mean, even with Ivy, that's why it's been this long, because I guess we enjoy each other. You need to be able to enjoy each other.
That's why they say even enjoyment is important.
Enjoyment is very important.
Absolutely. Ivy, you are called Mama Twins. Right? That's the title that a lot of people know you as. And your babies are beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
I mean, they are so cute. I love their accents as well. And I was watching one of your videos where you guys were like, talking about how when they go to school, they develop different accents. And I thought that was very interesting, because that's something that we see, we hear, but we're always wondering, where did this come from? Like, what was your first reaction when you heard your daughter speak in a very British way?
Oh, the British accent. I was like, oh my days, we need to stop Peppa Pig. And I remember the time, because they've been homeschooling since they were 1.5. I remember the tutor at the time was like, Ivy, you need to just slow down on the Peppa Pig and put more ABCs and blah, blah, blah. I was like, Mommy, Tati, I'm like, is this happening? And then they joined school, my friend. 1 week later, Kenyanese. Now they're proper Kenyan, and it's fine. I love it. It's fine.
How has motherhood changed you, Ivy?
Oh man, I'm a hustler. I wake up every day thinking, okay, the life I want for these children is brilliant. How do I make it happen? And I work. I
work hard for it. What about you, Shiki?
Definitely patience.
Yes.
And I think it also challenges my emotional intelligence quite a lot, because the one thing that keeps running through my mind is that I am responsible for an entire life. I'm responsible for 2 lives now, and the outcome is not solely on me. I understand that, but a lot of it has to do with the choices I make for these people, the life that I give them, how hard I work, like Ivy is saying, because at the end of the day, unfortunately, like, they need to eat.
Yes.
They need to go to school. They need to be clothed. They need to be happy. And I'd like to raise children that are happy and that are kind. So I have a lot of that in my mind. So I'm not just thinking about the kind of person I want to be. I'm thinking about the kind of person that I want her to be and I want her to be.
Wow.
That's beautiful.
Interesting way to look at it, right?
That's very beautiful.
I feel like I've learned so much from you two already in the past 25 minutes. Like, it's just been a learning experience, and the one thing that I truly admire about the two of you is that regardless of your busy lives, regardless of always being up and down and running around and just handling 500 things at the same time, you still manage to find time for yourselves, and you still stay fit. You still go to the gym. Like, I know, Ivy has really been working out for the past 2 years. She's been telling me about her journey, especially on social media as well. 2 years or longer?
2 months.
Shorter.
Imagine it feels like 2 years. Because it looks like you've done really, really well. And I can see the results already, which is why I probably thought it's 2 years. Shiki as well, of course, you're married to one of Kenya's finest trainers. And he just does the most with his clients, and I love it. So disciplined, is so motivated, and it's just amazing to see. So when did you guys have this turnaround where I want to get fit, I want to go to the gym? Like, when did that happen, that switch?
It's more recent.
Yeah, mine is more recent. Yeah. I remember there was a particular episode of Over 25 where we were discussing our bodies, slim versus whatever. And I was having a conversation with my elder sister, who's one of my mentors, and she said, "You guys, it's like you're complaining, but no one is doing anything about it." So I sat back, I'm like, shoot.
Wow.
Yeah, let me start working out. And I also wanted, when you, this journey of mine, personal finance and business, the women that I admire, the one thing that they do is work out, especially in the morning. And you know, you're told if you want to be successful, do what successful people do what successful people do. So I also wanted my morning routine to change. I wanted it to start on a more positive note. And when you work out, you start your morning by telling yourself you can do it. Go. Push, move. So I like that. Consistency for me is quite hard. I wouldn't lie. I've not been to the gym for a bit of time, but I'm going back on Monday and I'm excited.
Yeah, we have a date.
We have a date on Monday. It's also seeing the results on your body. You're like,
I think that's what keeps you motivated.
That's what keeps you motivated.
Yes.
What about you, Shiki?
Yeah. For me, I think I got serious with working out probably about a year after having my first baby.
Okay.
And it was for those exact reasons that Ivy has mentioned. I mean, I was complaining, I didn't like the way I looked, but I wasn't doing anything about it. And I live with a trainer, like
an award-winning trainer.
Like, what's my excuse? So started working out with Shiv, and man, after a few months, my workout partner at the time, and still my workout wife, was Lonzi. And she had been at it longer than me, so she had started to see results. So when I started seeing results, I was like, man, you mean there's potential to be better? And then sometimes you'll be somewhere and someone will be like, oh, you look good. And I mean, it feels nice. It feels nice. Yeah. So I also struggle with consistency, but we always get back up. Always get back on the wagon.
And what advice would you like to give working mothers, especially, you know, who are struggling with that consistency? Because that's something that personally I struggle with as well, because just doing the same thing for 5 days a week, you get bored. That's the truth.
Yes.
What would you like to tell them on, you know, how to push themselves to go back up when they say they want to quit?
First thing I would recommend is having an accountability partner.
Okay.
I think that really goes a long way. In the beginning, it's just to have somebody to go to the gym with, but along the way, it's also somebody that you will see. If you fall off the wagon, you know they're leaving you. You don't want them to leave you. Like we're always talking about how consistent Lonzi is. But in your mind, you know, this is someone, she's leaving you. And you don't want that. So accountability partner. The other thing that I have been told a number of times by Shiv is, all you need is 20 to 30 minutes. It doesn't have to be an hour. Third thing I would say is find something that works for you. Because not everyone is interested in lifting weights. Not everyone is interested in running. Some people like cycling. Some people like dancing. So find something that you are actually interested in, and then do that.
She said it all?
No, the only one thing I can add is actually something that Shiv says consistently, and he says, and this works for me a lot because I'm a workaholic, and he says you can have time for meetings with your clients to shoot your videos, but you're not making time for yourself. This going to the gym is having a meeting with yourself. And when you said, for example, that you didn't even count yourself as an entity, that touched me. So it's like you have to make time for yourself. If you can have you can have time to go on a Friday night to Shikisha's interview. You have time, 30 minutes for yourself and go to the gym.
All right, and as we wrap up, I've got a really interesting segment that I just thought about, because you know you're best friends, you know each other very well. So I want to know things about you two. So we're going to do a quick game.
I'm already nervous.
It's a rapid fire. So we're going to start off with Ivy. Ivy, you have to tell me 2 things about Shikie that you love and 2 things about Shikie that you hate. Let's go.
My God, I love that she's super, super, super kind. She's a kind person. I love that she's extremely beautiful. I love looking at her. She's very nice to look at. Hate is a strong word. Dislike is, I don't think she sees herself the way others and I see her. Her potential. Sometimes she's very hard on herself, and I think I think you're awesome, and you should just, you know, you should see that more often. I think that's the one thing. I don't think there's anything else I dislike about her.
Fine. Let's go for it. Shiki, tell us 2 things that you love about her and 2 things that you dislike about her.
2 things that I like about Ivy. Ivy is something that I I describe as aggressively helpful. Whether you want her help or not,
I love it.
She will help you. And before it happens, like, I'm just like, but I don't need it. And then it happens, and I'm just like, she did a great job. Another thing that I love about Ivy is I love seeing her work and how she does things. She's very good at multitasking. I think she doesn't think she is, but I think she's very good at multitasking. Yeah, that's another thing.
Dislike?
Dislike the exact same thing that she said about
cool.
me. I'd say the same thing about her. I wish she could see herself the way I see her.
Lovely. This is such a wholesome show. I really enjoy speaking to you. To learn so much in the process. And yeah, if you haven't followed them yet, please do. They're amazing at whatever they do. As I said earlier on, Just Ivy, Miss Tiramisu, over 25.
Subscribe.
Please, just say it one last time.
Over 25. Subscribe.
As a wrap, we'll be handing it back to DJ Koljax, who'll be taking it away for the rest of that last half hour. He's going to be coming up with Disco Funk. Until then, thank you so much for tuning in. This has been amazing. Good night. Take care. I'll see you next week, same time, same place. This is Easy Friday. My name is Shikisha Arora. See you later.